What's going on, you guys? Today, Slithering Software and Kubat Software released their latest game, Aggressors Ancient Rome. Now, I did a first impression on this game a couple of days ago, so if you want to take a look at that, it has some really great gameplay and got a good feel of the game. I'm just making this video today to kind of give you guys a heads up that it's out, and also my initial take on the game, just in case you missed my first impressions. So as you can see here, guys, Ancient Rome is a 4X strategy game set in the ancient world. There's a lot of really cool things, so we'll dive into what the product info is. So, mix of the gameplay and rich historical flavor, Aggressors lets you relive history as one of the mighty civilizations of the Mediterranean world. Will you bring glory to Rome and conquer the male Nostrum, which I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it's Roman. Will you bring an immortal trading empire with Carthage? Will you bring the light of Athens to the world? Or maybe you'll restore rule of the pharaoh, which I didn't know you can do, which is kind of cool because I didn't play the Egyptians yet. But I'm looking forward to it now. You can manage all aspects of your empire: war, trade, internal politics, diplomacy, cultural development. Now, the cool things I really like about this game is the internal politics. You could actually set, I believe, a birth rate in your empire, which is really cool. I haven't seen that in any other game. Obviously, you can declare war, initiate trade with other empires and nations. The cool thing about trade and diplomacy is it is really in-depth. You can do, obviously you can trade a particular resource, gold for for an agricultural product from somebody else, or you can get wood from another person, whatever it may be. You have numerous resources in the game, and you can individually say, all right, well, I'll give you 500 gold if you give me 500 bronze or whatever, right? You can do that in this game, which is really cool, and it kind of gave me the impression of a Victoria level of economy management. I really like that. And also diplomacy is really awesome because it's really in depth. And what I mean by that is, you can form, federations and confederations. You can make alliances. There's a lot of things you can do on the diplomacy and trade aspects in this game. Far more than you see in Victoria or a game like Civilization, which is another kind of... I noticed some influences taken out of Civilization into this game, which is really cool. They're taking the best out of these games and putting it into a 4X strategy game set in Rome. So let's go right into the core foundations. A lot of time and many sleepless nights were put into historical research in an attempt to give a real historical feeling to the game. The game's systems are tailored to a faithful representation of history. 20 factions, from migrating barbarian tribes to advanced empires which interact with each other through an extremely detailed diplomatic system. Make use of more than 10 available diplomatic agreements, including the possibility of forming federations and confederations, which we talked about, as well as affecting nations and provinces in your sphere of influence. Experience the incredible deep combat system, with each unit having its abilities and traits and terrain truly affecting the war outcome in a meaningful way. Army morale and the supply system are crucial and need to be taken into account. You will need all your guile and strategic mastery to triumph on the battlefield. The supply system I am not 100% familiar with. I noticed if you have an army, you have to kind of move your cursor around the map to see which provinces are 100% supplied. Some are 30% supplied, some are none. So you kind of take that into account. I have to figure how that works out. I'm guessing it's how many provinces are from your city, but I can't substantiate that yet. Rule your empire by managing its internal politics and developing its economy. Establish trade routes, which I thought was really cool. I feel like that's been... they borrowed that from Civilization, where you could actually send settlers, which are in this game, and actually make routes as well as roads. I like that. To reap wealth, ensure the loyalty of your citizens, manage demography, technological research, internal reforms, and laws. The technological research is really cool. I feel like they borrowed that from Civilization in terms of the technology tree. I really like that. That's actually awesome. The tools at your disposal are endless and seamlessly integrated with each other. Citizens react to the current situation, and they can move to other places where they are not happy. I didn't know they can do that, so that's actually really cool. You have complete freedom. You can decide to start with an advanced civilization surrounded by newer civilizations, or you can decide to start as a young tribe ready to take on an older and decadent empire. I did not know you can do that. Wow, that is actually cool. I'm actually probably, in my next gameplay, I'm actually going to do that. That is actually cool. I didn't know you can start as like this small tribe and kind of work your way up. You know, it's kind of like you playing in Hearts of Iron. You pick Tanatuva, which, if you guys are not familiar, it's like this small little country, like south of Soviet Union, and some people play just for the challenge. Or you can decide to randomize the map and play in a randomly generated world. The choice is yours. I didn't know you can do that. That is actually really cool. That's awesome. I gotta try that. So, what my overall conclusion of this game is, I really like it. It's $29.99 US. I'm assuming it's different if you're in a different country like the UK or European Union. I really like it. It combines a lot of really amazing things from a lot of other games. Like I was saying, Rome Total War, Civilization, and kind of like the economy system from Victoria. A little bit, like, it kind of gives you that impression of how sophisticated it is. The diplomacy system in this game, I haven't seen an in-depth diplomacy system like this as far as I know. I mean, like, it's far superior than it is in Rome Total War or like Civilization. It's much more in depth. So if you're looking for like a game that kind of mirrors those great things from those kind of games, Aggressors Ancient Rome is your kind of game. So I would recommend, if you're looking for a game like that, it is gonna. I really love the fact that you can, over here, that you can start as in a small tribe and work your way up. You can randomly generate the world, which is really awesome. I think only one other game does that, which is, I believe, EU does that, or Universalis does that. So that is really awesome. The trade diplomatic system is awesome. The only thing that I would love changed, and I don't know if they added this because I was playing kind of like a beta, so they might have added this, is when, it's not my turn and I click, end turn, and the AI attacks one of my armies. I would love to see like an after action report for that. I haven't seen that pop up after that, but I'm gonna have to replay the game. Maybe they added it in at the last minute. Overall, guys, so I would recommend this game. It is really, really cool. It combines a lot of really cool aspects from other games. So yeah, if you want to get your Ancient Rome on, this is the game. All right, catch you in the next one, guys. See you then.